New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you.
Got to know the young man a little bit, but also from a scouting standpoint, you analyzed him over the years at Ohio State and coming into league with the Washington Commanders and then going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Obviously, it's a terrible tragedy, and what wanted your thoughts on that, and also on the player because you did chronicle his career very closely.
Well, Dan, I hate anytime anybody is killed or anybody dies. But he was a guy that was living to be dead, so to speak. They told him don't under any circumstances leave school early. You just don't have the work habits. You don't have this. You don't have that. What did he do? Left school early. I always can remember this. We invited players to the draft, and he was one of the players we invited to the draft. And we were told no. We're going to have our own party. His own party was a party at the bowling alley. Charged him $50 to get into the bowling alley for his party. It was always something, It's one of those things. I'm never offside, but they keep calling me for offside. Is what it is. So, it's a tragic thing. Anytime anybody dies, it's tragic. And especially when you're 24 years old and you got your whole life ahead of you. But maybe if he'd have stayed in school a year, he wouldn't do silly things. I mean, when you're jogging on a highway, on a road like that, that leaves it open because I tell you, guy has 2 drinks and he's just a little bit to the right side of the road and gets hit and killed. It's easy to happen.
All right, so this is, in a sense, what I'm getting so far. I'm just going to take this from the Houston Chronicle. They said that he had his life taken earlier Saturday morning when he was hit by a dump truck while he was walking on the South Florida Highway. And the Florida Highway Patrol spokeswoman, Lieutenant India Miranda, stated that Haskins was pronounced deceased at the scene. Quote, he was attempting to cross the westbound lanes of Interstate 595 when there was oncoming traffic. Miranda did not say why Haskins was on the highway at the time, and that the accident had caused the highway to be shut down for several hours. So, like I said, I don't know exactly what was potentially, going on. I don't know if the young man might have had some, other type of issues or different things of that nature. But knowing the fact that when the other person speaking on the mic first introduced was like, hey, let me just put it out there that this young man basically passed. It's a very terrible situation to have a player such as this end up losing their lives in such a way. He basically opened up with that to let the old man know, like, yo, just in case you think you might want to say some off the wall type stuff, let me just set this up for you so then you can carry it from there. Even with that setup, he still decided to say the statements that you heard him say. And I'm like, yo, like I said before, regardless of however you feel, this is not the time to sit up there and say that, yo, he was a guy that was living to be dead. It was always something. Like, yo, this is not the time or the place for any of that. That's like that old John Wayne, type of stuff like they would do, all the way, back in those days. Like, yo, that was cool for that time. Ain't nobody trying to sit up there and hear that now. Because at this point in time, like if you look online, a lot of people are coming through empathizing and throwing sympathy this young man's way because yo, he's 24 years old and this is the way that he ended up losing his life. Like regardless, like yo, it's just like I said before, there's just some things that you just do not say. And then he wants to come out and give an apology, right? He said, this morning while learning of Dwayne Haskins' passing, I reacted carelessly and insensitively on a radio interview. I want to apologize to Mr. Haskins' family and anyone who heard my poor choice of words. I truly apologize. My heart goes out to his family at this difficult time. It's like, yo, you said what you meant exactly what you said. There was enough time within your slow speech in order to correct yourself before you decided to take out the time to still commit to the statements that you made. Like I said before, for me, when people mean the stuff that they say, I would love it if people just didn't apologize. At least stand on it. At least stand on it. Don't turn around because now you're like, oh man, that was man. No, you said exactly what you said and you meant exactly what you said. Keep it exactly that way. Don't come out, some hours later and now you want to sit up there and apologize as if you just realized that the young man passed after somebody initially told you that, yo, this is a tragic and a sad time that this young man passed, and we want you here because hey, you've chronicalized this young man's his life and his career, so we want to hear like what do you feel, like how do you feel about this? And it's like, yo, it's crazy. Like I said before, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like I said, everything that people feel like saying don't need to be said, and this is clear cut one of those events, but it realistically don't matter. Why? Because this dude is on his way out anyway, because he's about 90 or whatever it is years old. So people are going to chalk it up to old age. They're going to chalk it up to, oh, his faculties are, not in order. You know how the old get. It's like it's going to be all of these excuses. It's going to be all of these excuses. So, like I said, the same thing he said about that young man being 24 and losing his life, I say the same thing about him. He's living his life to be dead. Because right at this moment in time, that is who is staring at him directly every single time he opens that door. In that all black wardrobe with a scythe. So like I said before, it is what it is. But my condolences to this young man, and my condolences to, his teammates and his friends and his family. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.